thank you for watching my video. Welcome to episode 16 of my leveling challenge, and this takes place in Timberline Falls, one of the more scenic maps in Guild Wars 2. And personally, it's actually a favourite of mine, and if you've noticed a lot of the competitions actually that I've run on my channel, a lot of them tend to be won in Timberline Falls. So you can see here we're actually encountering the dredge, and this actual heart quest does actually involve the sort of battles between the dredge and the destroyers, which are minions of Primordus. Interesting that obviously this counts as the Shiver Peaks, but yet we've got Primordus's minions underground. And as you can see, we've actually hit level 50. So there we go. We have option to a dungeon, and also we have the option to do the personal story, but that we will save for next episode. So you can see here we're moving along, and an event's just spawned as we entered there. So we have to try and destroy all these dredge drilling machines. And actually when they get down to a certain point, a load more dredge spawn. So you can see here, during this event, we've actually finished off that heart quest. This is kind of tricky with the amount of enemies that you do get to spawn. Fortunately, there are some other allies or some other players here, so they're going to be able to help and aid me taking out this. So you can see here, we're not gonna. We should easily complete this event, but we've done 7 out of 9. I'm gonna leave the lot. Well, 8 out of 9. There we go, and the event's complete. So remember, we want to do as many events as possible. Again, for a reminder, for those of you who have never seen this leveling challenge before, I cannot level up using crafting, using consumables, using tomes of knowledge, anything like that. It's only through map completion and doing personal story. So that's my aim for this. Not able to buy any equipment off the trading post or anything like that. So that's the whole point of this leveling challenge, just to see how long it takes during the world. So we're going to craft a salvage as well, harvest, to actually try and get some more experience. And you can see here we are going up. This is one of the areas that you really want to get this skill point out of the way, because otherwise this can turn into a group event, and it can leave you really struggling to defeat that Azura commander. See here we've got a rich platinum vein. And again, I actually really enjoy this map. I think it's one of the more beautiful maps. I think it's a very, very big map. It feels absolutely huge compared to some of the other maps. And generally, I enjoyed coming into Timberline Falls to do whatever it is. Obviously, a lot of the personal story, because of the fort, the Fort Trinity. Sorry, not the Fort Trinity. Well, the initial fort actually does take place here, and we actually obviously every personal story takes place through Timberline Falls. So we're going to come on to that a little bit later. So I'm not really going to talk about that now. But you can see here we've got this event to do with the Grawl, so another of the enemies. There are many different minor races here. You've got the Grawl, you've got the Dredge, you've got Hylic, you do have the Risen. You've got a number of different enemies and allies in this map. And so this map, it really generally, it's not compared to the previous, another map that we did, which is Bloodtide Coast. That tended to be a lot of pirates. This does tend to be filled with a lot of the minor races that obviously you can get to help during the personal story. As I mentioned, the Grawl, the Hylic, etc. The Quagons as well. We've got an interesting skill point. This is where you've got to defeat a crab. It does go invulnerable for a while. Obviously using a lot of conditions is really going to help. I'm trying to use my Charzuka as well, because obviously that's something I've never really used, the Charzuka as a char or an engineer. And so that's why I wanted to actually use the Char elite skill, and just to see what it gives me. I've never really used it, so and that's why I like re-leveling up, because there are times when I just get bored of doing the same old. For example, my warrior was a greatsword and rifle, and I never used any other weapons. And it was only until I went back re-leveled another warrior that I was using maces, axes, swords. As you can see here, we're actually going to go back. We're going to tag this event here, even though I think we've already done it. But there we go. We've got an extra. We've leveled up to level 51, and we can see we're going to sell some. We've got this light armor, and we salvage the rare because it's not as good as our current equipment. But the level we're in, we're actually at level 51, so we're actually getting close to level 55. This is a tricky vista. Unfortunately, I'll res this guy. But yeah, this is where you will start to see the level 55 is where a lot of players are able to salvage materials and get linen from it, which is obviously very expensive because there aren't too many maps where you spend between 55 and 65. So we're progressing quite nicely. We're going to go more west. We've got another vista coming up, and this is a fun little heart quest. This is to do with a lot of the partying and the like a moot. The festival. It's really good fun. You know, you get to boast and you get to drink and you get to cheer, eat meat, tell people off for, you know, like the orders, why they stay here, they shouldn't be here. I enjoy this. So obviously there's a little mini event as well that spawns to do with the script, if you can come in or get in on time. And if you notice as well, to the north is actually a waypoint. That's generally where most people come through. This waypoint that comes down through Lorna's Pass, I believe. I think it's Lorna's Pass. And many people enter the map through that location. So you can see here we're just buying some equipment. And this is the only other way we can actually get a lot of equipment through these heart vendors. So here we go. We're going to waypoint back again. And proceed down. You'll notice I do this a lot. I could do it in a systematic way. But I like having fun wandering around, going from point to point. So yeah, I mean, this is what's nice about Timberline Falls. You've got this snowy, mountainous feeling. You've got a couple of rivers that flow through and disrupt the you know, what's going on. And for me, this is one of the very, very scenic views here. You know, you can get so many different landscape images. And so coming up here, well, I think we're going to stop for a minute as we get this vista. But there is a point where we can get a little bit later. We'll come back and we'll do this heart quest that we just bypassed because we want to go and coming up to the fort as we get another vista. There we go. And this is the fort. Now, obviously, this has changed since the June update. When you go into the personal story, the Concordia waypoint, sorry. When you actually go into the personal story now, you actually get to see that in its original form. So that's Fort Concordia, by the way, not Fort Trinity, as I mentioned earlier. Fort Trinity is the one in Ore in the Straits of Devastation. So you can see here we're proceeding down nicely. We're doing quite well. We are level 51, and we're halfway there. And the area we're in, we're not really under-leveled, so we've got no problems with that. We're going to go harvesting, sorry. And we need to go across. We need to cut across because there is more stuff to the middle here and to the west. Don't think we can quite get that way there. This is a interesting area. You've got lots of dredge, fighting about, and particularly under the mountain. And it's one of the more tricky areas of Timberline. And you can see here, I'm just trying to actually complete this event. Remember, I am going to be completing the events as soon as possible because I do want to gain a lot of experience and trying to destroy this command tower. Obviously, being a condition damage engineer, it isn't that easy. Also, this is level 54 event, and we're a level 51 character. So here we go. We're going to go into the sort of mountain area. This is where we've got some Ettins. This is Ettins and Script that are in this cave and tunnel system. Sorry, not dredge in this part. But yeah, this is quite fun because we've got a lot of metal. We've got to repair some flags and wake up the drunks. And that's what, the Script, they are funny characters because, they just get drunk a lot. So they are, I find them humorous. I like it when they're our allies rather than our enemies. But then again, who doesn't like, everyone wants these races to be allies rather than enemies. So here we go. We are, level 54 is the heart event. We're actually level 51. We're not doing too badly, but hopefully we'll be level 52 pretty soon. So we've almost completed it. There we go. We have finally completed that. So we're going to head, where we're going to head? We're going to head back and complete this heart quest here. So we've actually, I actually cut it there because we've spawned when a event's going on. And this event, even you can notice on the right hand side, I have none of the heart quest completed. But you get this enhanced Ettin event. And this one event at the end can finish off the heart quest for you. It gives you a lot of XP. So we got that. And we're level 52 now. So really doing quite well. We've got another point of interest just back here by another Azura gate. There is a little event quest I have done a couple of times. It isn't fantastic. That's where a lot of creatures come into that gate and you've just got to kill them all. So we've got another event going on. There's another guy there, a player. I'm just going to try and tag that event and hopefully he'll be able to finish that off for me. But we're going to proceed south, and we come across some Grawl, and we have to destroy the Grawl, and there's a skill point or hero point just up ahead. Again, this is taking place, I completed this before the June 2015 update, so those of you who noticed the traits and the skill points look very different here. So we're going to help out our allies, the Vigil, the Priory, all our pack members, to destroy the effigy, and we got a fair amount of skill points. So here we go, we're going to go and get another hero point coming up, and obviously this system is very different to how it is now. Now I think the system's much more improved. There we go, so we're just rallying here. There's a lot of dangerous Grawl here because we are pretty underleveled by 4, so that has showed you being low level by 4 levels is a little bit difficult. So here we go, we are progressing, and we've got a heart quest here. This is to do with Ettins. We've got to light some torches and set Ettin traps. A very, very easy heart quest that we have going on. But yeah, I mean, you can see here it pretty is non-stop action. There are a few sort of quieter areas. But this is what I like about a map. It's pretty varied, and if most maps were like Timberline, it would be really... Guild Wars 2 would be really, really good. I would enjoy map completion so much more. But, you know, there are maps that are like Bloodtide Coast, are a bit like Fields of Ruin, that are just very, very sparse but empty. There aren't too many events going on. Whereas Timberline always feels like it's pretty big, but there's always stuff going on. You don't have to go far to find something in Timberline. Usually there's an event going on here as well, so fortunately we got through there, because it's a nightmare to finish that heart quest. We actually got that event credit. That's obviously we tagged that event. So we're getting close to level 53. We're rocketing on in this level. We started at 49. We're almost at level 53. And this little heart quest is cool because you actually have to sort of mix potions, and you get to try out stuff. You get these mysterious plants that you give to the Hylic here, and you mix it with a few potions, and you can get various results. Then we come up to the crate. The crates obviously are pretty much in the southeast of this map, with a big fort, pretty much outpost, and when they have a sort of a high priestess that actually controls a lot of the weather, actually. And this is a lot of crate to actually fight through. Fortunately, I think there's another person coming with me. But this is just to get up to 1 Vista at the top here. Ooh, we're getting down a little bit there. Remember here, you can see the heart quest. This is level 60, and we are level 52. We are 8 levels below. We're not going to critical... Well, we're going to get a little bit of critical damage here, but we are going to be really, really squishy here. This is going to be very difficult for us to do. Having an extra person that's at the proper level is going to help us out enormously. So this is going to be using our sort of blind, smoke fields. Try and stop them from inflicting a significant amount of damage. Doing a lot of condition damage on the engineer has really helped us out, and there's no script queen, so we've managed to get the chest. So there we go. And we're going to proceed, and we're going to finish off this heart quest. So we've got these Quaggan treasures, although the Quaggan did kill me, and I'm dead, basically. The Quaggan, that's what happens when you're 8 levels too low for this area. You get down very, very easily. And obviously, I'm just trying to make it a little bit more challenging for me, so you guys can see that being 8 levels below is very, very difficult. And it does remind me of Guild Wars 1. Going into elements like the Fissure of Woe, where you actually have to be careful. You can't just run in and kill everything. So here we go, we're actually fighting off the crate, defending the Quaggans, and this is another event. It's also, we've got a skill point, a hero point up here, where you have to read it, sort of get some knowledge from this Quaggan. Another point of interest. So we're at 83%, we're getting close to finishing off the map. We've got a few more heart quests to do. You can see there the amount of damage that those crate really did own me. Fortunately, I managed to rally because of the amount of conditions I was putting on those crate. We need to get out of here because we are really struggling, and I don't think I'm going to be able to last much longer. So I'm going to use my health kit, our elixir, and we really need to get away as fast as possible. We're coming into an area now where there's lots of risen, and generally it's not too much of a hard area. Again, really very scenic. You've got these nice little mountains, very flowing, and it's for me, probably the most beautiful map in Guild Wars 2. So we've got a point of interest. We have achieved another level, so we're up to level 53. But this is level 58, heart area. So we've got another another waypoint. But yeah, these quests are these heart quests are very, very tricky indeed, being 5 levels below where you should be, because you can get killed very, very quickly. So we're proceeding north because we still haven't done the waypoint to the north. And we're going to kill some more Unrisen. We're going to use our little potions that we create to actually nullify the undead. And there you go. We got some credit for an event. That was probably the Quagon versus Crate event. So the more credit we actually get, the quicker we actually level up. So we're proceeding nicely. Here we go, and we're in the undead corpse. So we're cleansing those undead corpses. Some of them come back to life, but they get set on fire, so they burn naturally. So we've got to head north. We have a little bit left to do. We've got a couple of heart quests to do. We've got some undead to cleanse and clear out. So we've got this big abomination that we want to take out very easily. This is level 57 area, so only 4 levels below where we should be, so it's pretty doable. That should be the last waypoint that we've got for the area. Does generally tend to stay contested, that waypoint there. So here we go. I have to put items back in their crates and kill oozes and undead. So pretty standard, nothing special here. We've got a hero point that's through here. We have to mine the veteran skelk, and then we've got the spiders. We've got a veteran spider that will spawn, and this is a level 57, so 4 level difference. Shouldn't be too hard for us with all these conditions. We've dropped our turret. We're choosing the turret instead of the Charzuka now. But then another veteran cave spider, and this is actually an event. So we will really have to try and do as much damage as possible. We're struggling for health using our explosions, but he will eventually just kill me. So a bit disappointing. We've got 1 hero point and 2 heart quests to go. So the heart quest here, this is one of them. We're retrieving Quagon treasure, and then that'll just leave us 1 more to do with the. I think it's to do with the Risen. But generally, I have fun playing Timberline Falls. The actual description. It's a rugged upland dominated by 2 great river systems. It's on the frontiers of Tyrian civilization and is the home of lone freeholds, adventure camps, and a myriad of races, including Hylic, Dredge, and Quagon. Even though it says it's supposed to be a region in the Steamspur Mountains, it does actually qualify as or count towards your explorer track of the Shiver Peaks. So yeah, you can actually access it. Most people tend to access it through Lorna's Pass, but there are a huge amount of events that go on in this area. You can actually also acquire experimental teleportation guns. So that's an area that used to be an item used to be very, very popular. As we come back here, so we're going back to kill off all these oozes. And we're actually getting close to the end now. We're almost getting 100% map completion. And then what will happen in the next episode, we're going to go and do the level 50 personal story. And that should get us another couple of levels, and then we'll proceed. Ooh, it's going to be tricky where to proceed next, but this is level, we're still a few levels under where we should be. But it'll be interesting to decide. I think I'll probably go back, and I think we'll do the personal story, and then I'll proceed into a new area. So we're doing quite well. I'm, as I said, you've probably noticed that I did change my outfit halfway through because I wanted to be a bit more conspicuous and blend in. So here we go. There we go. That's 98%. We just got the skill point to do. That's where the spider was. We actually have a sort of a guild thing going past us. So here we go. We've got another event. We're going to finish. I think we'll probably do this. This is a fun event. Just defend Concordia from enemy Risen. But actually, we're going to go and get that last hero point. And all it is to run in. I think I actually forgot to do it last time. Run in, grab the paint, and there we go. So there we go, guys. That is the 100% map completion. We got some armor. We got some platinum ore. But thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave any comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think Timberline's a nice map? And just generally let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.